You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side.
What's up? It's Jomboy and Jake Radio. It's April 15th. I was going to guess 12th. Wow. April 15th. Jomboy and Jake Radio. It's Monday morning after a big weekend of sports and cinema. Jake, how you doing?
Hi, Jim. Hi, Jimmy. I'm all right, man. Big weekend.
Big weekend. Fun times.
Big weekend. Those NBA playoffs always get you going.
I want to watch more, but it's kind of hard, like, because I have to watch the Yankee games. That's not an option. And then Game of Thrones last night, and then I'm just, like, tired. I'm like, I don't know if I can get myself up to watch any more sports. Yeah, I want to watch a lot of the NHL and NBA playoffs, so.
There was a point after the Masters yesterday, and it was almost like it was like the seventh inning of the Yankees game. So it was like 1 p.m. Mountain Time.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this like exhausting wave come over me. I was like, I've been watching sports for, I don't know. I was already watching like 6 hours of sports. I was like, holy smokes. I had that like 4 p.m. feeling at 1 o'clock on a Sunday, and I was like, oh, I gotta buckle up and get a coffee or something because the day's just begun.
It's true. And yesterday was a special day with the Masters and Yankees day game baseball and podcast day for us.
Sure.
And Game of Thrones. It should be more manageable as we move forward. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the Masters is a huge, I don't want to say a huge wrench because it's an awesome event. But I mean, I like literally because they moved it up due to the weather. It was like, I mean, it was wake and bake time. It was 7:30 a.m. out here, and I was back in it. It's like when I fell asleep, there was no recover. There was no sports recovery time.
Right.
And I guess I found out that I need just a little bit of that, a little bit of have a cup of coffee, look at some birds or something outside, and then get lost in sports again. But yeah, it just seemed like it seemed like Friday night through Sunday night was just straight sports, which is the dream. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, best weekend for sports. We still got the playoffs continuing. I mean, we got 2 games tonight. Nets, 76ers, Clippers, Warriors. Just 2 basketball games tonight? No,
I think we got 4.
Yeah, Magic, Raptors, and Spurs, Nuggets.
Tonight could probably be a big.
There's only 2 tonight.
Tonight's probably a big hockey playoff night for you.
Yeah, there's only 2 basketball games, and there's 4 hockey games.
Yeah. Brooklyn, yeah, the hockey's doing 4 and 4. Yeah, NBA only playing 2 today. That's a little bizarre. I guess they're going 3 and 3 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's 3 the rest of the week. So I guess they do. I guess the NBA, whatever their strategy is, they do 3 games a night during the week, and then on the weekends they do 4. Kind of makes sense, I guess.
That's why their series takes so long because they make sure they have the weekend slots.
Probably some business there.
Oh yeah. How was your weekend? How was your Friday? Can I even remember Friday? I think for me, my weekend was good, but my Friday was terrible.
I'm trying to go back to Friday. So Yankees had an off day Thursday. Friday. I don't know. That was game 1 against the White Sox. That was the rainy game that night. So that kind of sucked. We talked about it on Talking Yanks, but by the end of that game, like we were almost saying mercy because just all the bad stuff that's been happening continued to happen. I'm trying to think Friday during the day. What else happened? What night did I watch Queer Eye? That was Friday, so I enjoyed that.
No, well, we talked about it Friday morning, so you must have watched it Thursday.
Then that was Thursday. Then what did I do Friday?
I don't know. I can't remember anything I did on Friday. All I know is I was sad about the Yankees.
Yeah, Friday was a 4-8. Can't remember it.
I'm right there with you. I'm going
Yankees
4-8.
lost.
I'm going 4-8 as well. Can't remember shit about it. Should I look at some of my tweets to see?
Yeah, I like that.
I can't remember Friday at all. Not even the slightest bit. Remember when Fridays used to be really fun?
Kind of. When are you referencing?
High school.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's been a while because Thursdays were the Friday in college.
Yeah.
And then I guess there was a streak of Friday once once I started working a real job. Yeah, Friday get multiplied again. So that's fair. Friday used to be a lot bigger day. Like when I was living in Milford and guys used to shoot down for the weekend for like a party weekend. Friday used to be a good time.
High school, man, Friday was like it felt like a different day. In California, on Fridays they played music. Like the seniors set up these loud ass speakers in the common area because California schools are like outside, and just blasted like Blink 182 or music like that. And it's like, this is school. This isn't school. It's Friday. I ain't doing shit.
Damn Cali kids.
Crazy. I just have a lot of this sucks tweets. I don't really tweet about my life anymore, though, because people don't care about that. They just want Yankee stuff. Yeah, there's more injuries, bad hats. Gary went on the DL. Yes, Friday sucked, man. Fuck Friday. 4-8.
Screw Friday.
Screw them. Sick and tired of hearing how good a team the Fridays have.
Yeah, I know this is kind of the generic like guy line a little bit, but I mean, I watched a lot of sports this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, the Masters was every morning.
Yep.
And then that would lead into the Yankee game. And then I'd usually finish with playoff hockey or basketball.
A lot of sports. I just got a DM in Japanese.
Nice.
I gotta
Can you translate it?
I gotta Google Translate this. See what they DM'd me. Hope it's about Tanaka. Someone who can talk freely. I thought I wanted and I contacted. You will always receive a message, right? Is it okay to add line and just stamp it? Shit, man. I'll not respond to this one. It's good. That's heavy stuff. Someone who can talk freely. I thought I wanted and contacted. There's no punctuation, so we got to kind of figure out what sentences connect. You will receive a message, right? Is it okay to add all caps line and just stamp it? I think this is going to be one of those DMs that I unfortunately have to just never reply to.
I get him on the show. I don't know. That sounded pretty good.
Like, what do I say? Yeah, that's
I'll leave that for you.
All right. Should we go into the sports? There's a lot of sports to talk about. Jake, I didn't sleep last night. That's why we're doing a little later today. Man, we had a storm. We had a storm yesterday. I was scared.
Nice.
Like from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., our house was shaking. We live in this small back house, block away from the ocean, so it was loud. It was thunder and lightning. At one point, the thunder and lightning, when they combined, where they're right there, same place, and it had to be right in front of our house or somewhere. And I jumped out of bed, and Katie, and then I scared Katie. Zimmer got so scared that he came upstairs. He escaped and ran upstairs to be with Katie and I. And he can't really get up the stairs.
Right.
And then he had to come be on our bed with us, and he just pants the entire time because he's so nervous. And our house isn't meant for storms. So it just feels like the house is going to blow down.
Right.
And it's garbage night. Sunday night's garbage night, I think I'm not going to be able to find our garbage pals.
Interesting. So you haven't looked yet.
No, I woke up and came right to do the show.
Right.
So yeah, I think that our garbage pals are going to be flew across the road.
Yeah, I think you'll find them. I don't think they'll be in their normal spot.
Yeah, it happens a lot, and people kind of just like take whatever garbage can happens to be by their house. Like the garbage cans are getting mixed up on the block.
Yeah, as long as you get the same number back, it turns into that game.
Yeah, but I just spent a bunch of money on my garbage cans to get those raccoons out. So I gotta get my garbage cans back. And my grandma put her garbage out. I put my grandma's garbage out and had like nothing in it. I was like, this doesn't even need to go out. It's empty. So those definitely those might be in the fucking bay. Those ones got sent. Those got gone. Gone patrol. Garbage cans. That's what some kid filmed it and captured it that.
Gone patrol.
Yeah.
What about the song today? You broke out some Doors for me? Is there a theme or something?
Do you like the Doors? The theme that
I love the Doors.
Oh no, I didn't. Nice. I didn't know that. The theme that Jordan has for us is break, because it's he's on break right now and going to Arizona for a couple days.
Okay, that's pretty specific to Jordan.
Well, they're always specific to Jordan.
Wow.
We have good songs coming out tomorrow and Wednesday, and then Thursday he left as dealer's choice. So if you want to find a song, if you can't think of one, I will find one, or we can have some listener submissions.
It's a really good way to hide your laziness. Jordan is saying dealer's choice.
No,
invented that trick.
He's doing this because
that's a number one trick of mine.
You said you wanted to find out the thing early and then guess and see what you would come up with or we would come up with. So we thought
we guessing. Well, now we know the theme.
Yeah, that's what you requested last week. You requested to know the theme and then you could guess.
Well, are we guessing?
Well, I know them.
Okay.
But then he turned the guessing into, if you guess songs that aren't on there, we'll just use one. So you get to pick.
Yeah. That's oldest trick in the book, Jordan. Well done.
Do you have a guess? If you hear songs about break. Basically have break in the title or the lyrics.
Break. No idea. No. Break up. I don't know. Hit the brakes. And nothing. Not a song guy. I kind of wanted to see you guess because you're my song guy.
But I mean, that's impossible.
I know. We'd have to change the format there.
Because I know them. Well, I can do a dealer's choice then, since you don't have one.
There you go.
There you go. All right, let's move on to the sports part of the program. Yippity, yippity, yay, yay. Sports all day. The Brooklyn Nets beat the Philadelphia 76ers, send them to their phones on the bench. The Islanders are up 3-0 on the Pens. Is that correct, Jake? 3-0?
Yes, sir.
Wowzer. The Yankees lost the series to the White Sox. CC Sabathia came back over the course of the weekend and gave them a nice boost. Wasn't enough to help the sloppy play. Injuries suck. And the Mets they split a series with the Braves 2-2. Jason Vargas got pulled after recording 1 out in the first inning. DeGrom had a start that isn't DeGrom-like. 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. Not a terrible start, but definitely not DeGrom-esque. And I think that's about it. Football teams are gearing up for the draft. Islanders are the only team alive in hockey, and Nets are the only team alive in the basketball.
Yeah, good time to be an Islanders Nets fan, Jim.
Yeah, those people are living large.
Living large, not a combination of teams that are normally living that large. So we're happy for them. Jim, the only thing outside of that just came across my my timeline was that Dwayne Haskins is working out for the Giants today.
Nice.
So that could potentially be big news.
Shouldn't every quarterback be working out for the Giants? Haven't they all?
Like more or less, but I mean, I don't know. At personal pro day, when you have the 6th pick and you have the quarterback everyone's talking about, this is going to be a big gossipy day. It's going to be, the Giants fell in love today. Haskins impressed, or the opposite. Normally, when they're just thrown in shorts, it's like, wow, he really looks incredible. So we'll keep an eye out to see what comes out of that today. But I think that's what Big Blue Nation wants at this point, right? If they have the 6th pick, just take Haskins.
That's not what Talking Giants wants. Bobby and Danny don't want that. He says Haskins has never had to perform.
Yeah, it's true. Ohio State is just wide open. Everyone's wide open.
Yeah. So, yeah. How about that? Did you watch any of this Nets 76ers game? I saw the highlight with the cell phone stuff, which became a huge story.
Right.
But I also saw that Dudley was doing stuff.
Your boy.
Yeah, my old wedding pal.
One of your very good friends.
Offered to buy me a shot. I said, no, I can't.
I can't. I'm working right now, Jared Dudley.
Yeah, come on. Your wife is gorgeous, though.
Be cool about it. Your wife's gorgeous.
Jared Dudley's wife is so Jake's. Are you allowed to have preference or style in women anymore? Or is that people say you're rude?
I think so. I think you can have a type. I think that's still fine.
She is your type. I remember sending you pictures after I saw her.
Right.
Jake, you'd be in love with Jared Dudley's wife.
She sounds delightful. Yeah, Brooklyn won at the Philadelphia in Philly. D'Lo Russell, 26 points in 29 minutes. Karis LeVert and Ernie off the bench with 23. Dinwiddie with 18. I mean, just like a Brooklyn game, man. They shot 42% from 3, which helps. 92% from the free throw line, Jim. That's some that makes moms across the world happy when you make your free throws. And you can honestly point to that as a huge difference. Philly shot 29 of 42, 69%. Nice. And they also shot 3 of 25 from 3. So 12%. So Philly didn't play their best, but you give some credit to Brooklyn and they get a win on the road to start the series. So good. Go Nets.
You think the Nets have the series?
Hims Nets. We'll see. No. I mean, I think the next game is going to be a huge one. If you go down 2-0, because I mean, the reason why people were skeptical of the Sixers team is because you got Jimmy Butler, your guy, who, if you remember, started the year on Minnesota, cussing out his teammates and beating them with the last guys on the bench. So he's there. Ben Simmons can't shoot at all. And Embiid's this larger-than-life personality. So they're one or two twigs away from this whole thing just unraveling, which would be a hell of a sight to see, especially because half these guys are free agents. But I think they're going to bounce back. But I don't know, big game 2 / we do see, and I think we saw this in one of the hockey matches too, that I don't know, man, playoffs are fun. Hot takes only this morning from Jake. But you could also see a storyline where you see it in playoff series. If Brooklyn was to win the next game, they win the first 2 road games. Then Philly nuts up and they're all right, well, we got to take these 2 in Brooklyn. And you almost have the reverse effect series going on. So you could see that. I don't know. Happy for Tim's Nets.
Happy for I want the Nets to win. Jimmy Butler and the 76ers, I like them being a disgrace. It's fun. Yeah,
and that's it gets really fun because Butler, Tobias Harris are free agents, and they've already done a lot of talk yeah, we're going to bring this crew back. But if they did get beat in the first round, you think those guys would be deuces. So, yeah.
I'm on a just to let you know what I'm doing over here.
Sure.
Oh, my God. I am on I was thinking of Dudley's wife and all her friends at that wedding. I was trying to tell you, I was going to say they wore Herb Ledger dresses, but I thought you don't know what that is. And I was like, am I correct on that? And then I just wanted to make sure I had the name of the type of dress correct.
Sure.
And I don't know, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I do have it correct. And then I found this website that just has endless pictures of celebrity in Herb Ledger dresses.
Okay.
You'll know what they are when you see them. I just sent you the link, but yeah, I've just been scrolling down, looking at like very attractive people wearing Herbal Ledger dresses, and it's like a good time, but it makes me feel creepy. But I don't think it's creepy. But we got like Jennifer Lopez, Emily Blunt.
Yeah, interesting. So I'm trying to think of how I would. Now the third dress is throwing me off. I mean, what do you say? It's a tight fitting kind of dress. Like it's.
They call them a bandage dress because it looks like you're just wrapping a bandage around the whole person's body.
Yeah, and I like that a lot. The third one threw me off because that's a little less bandagey. But yeah, they're kind of snug, and it looks like there's. I wouldn't say paper mache, but it almost like if there was one long bandage, paper mache style. Yeah.
I don't think they're in style anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, they look a little. I mean, I think if you have the right body, you can pull that dress off. Lord knows, that's what I think when I put on my outfits in the morning. But that's good. I'm glad that's on your mind. I kind of while we're here, we went past the Doors pretty quick. I love the Doors, man. Jim Morrison.
I'm not familiar with I just know their hits. I've never done deep track Doors.
And in my heart of hearts, I think I can sing some Jim Morrison stuff pretty well.
Okay, well, what's your favorite Doors song? Now you have to sing it.
I'm trying to think. I mean, they've got a lot of good songs, man. I mean, The End, Break On Through. Break on through to the other side. Yeah. Come on, baby, light my fire.
Yeah, see, I know all those songs.
Gotta run, try to hide. Break on through to the other side. I don't know. I like his intensity. I like his sexuality. Jim Morrison.
Do you like that he died at 27?
No, I don't like that. I don't like that a lot.
Even though that's the cool age that all the famous people died at, 27 Club.
Yeah, no. I think that's what I did Friday night. I watched the Motley Crue Netflix thing.
Did you like it? It's like a bad critical movie, but very entertaining, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was entertaining. Yeah, and they clearly
it's the same
as that early scene where they're like, yeah, we had two managers, but the other manager guy didn't kind of fit in this movie, so we left him out. I kind of appreciated that.
Yeah. It's on the same level as Bohemian Rhapsody, but Bohemian Rhapsody won a bunch of awards, but it's the same campy as hell, cheesy movie.
Right.
Cookie cutter.
And yeah, I mean, the lead singer, little crazy guy that, again, sexuality. And dude, the guy, I mean, I mentioned this to you a couple episodes ago, I think, but you know my growing appreciation for guys that play bad guys, and I complimented this guy himself, but the guy who plays Lord Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones, he's the bassist or the other guitar or whatever, so I officially like that guy. I think he's a good actor. Or he's fun.
Oh, yeah, he's not a good actor. He is doing the worst American accent I've heard in a while.
I mean, I don't care about that. He's entertaining.
Yes. I thought they were all very poor performances.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they're depicting Motley Crue. I don't know. I think they were just going for I think what they were going for in this was showing modern day what Motley Crue was. I knew no Motley Crue stories going in, you know? You basically know Tommy Lee, and that's it.
I knew Nikki Sixx because I know there was some musician in an interview I heard. I think it was Famous or interview. He's like, yeah, you think that? I think it's Patton Oswalt stand up. I don't know. It's some stand up. Like, yeah, you think you're partying, and then you hear stories about Nikki Sixx dying and doing heroin the next second. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, they were no joke. I love the Ozzy Osbourne scene. Obviously, that's kind of my level.
I thought that was so poorly done.
I mean, yeah, it's not great, but entertaining wise.
I think it's hilarious how they were like hardcore rock or whatever metal or whatever genre they were. Like people were like, "This is edgy," you know. If you listen to the music now, I think I said this already. It's girls, girls, girls. It's like
yeah,
pop music.
at different times, man.
It's good.
Go back 30 more years, you got the Flying Nuns at number 1.
Yeah. It's funny whatever is edgy doesn't becomes unedgy as you go.
Yeah.
Besides like
just keep pushing the wall further.
Besides like a Mortal Technique Dance with the Devil. That will forever be an edgy song.
Shout at the devil.
Wish it was that one. All right. The Islanders are up 3-0 versus the Pens. That's exciting for all the Islanders fans because they're rabid. They're a crazy fan base.
Yeah, man. They're. I think the part that kind of sucks is they're playing their home games in the barn or the place in Long Island, the Izod Center or whatever it is. But I think if they go to the next round of the playoffs, I think their home games are at the Barclays Center, which is less fun.
That is less fun. Why do they do? Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, someone's got to step up and be like, "No, we're doing this here."
Yeah, there's so much money. It's all money. Because it'd be cool if the players were like, "Nope."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like. I'm pretty sure there's no box seats in the barn, so like it's basically a big high school arena with a bunch of hammered drunk Long Island people. It's the dream hockey environment.
The dream hockey environment. All right. Do we have anything else? What's up going on with DeGrom? Are you worried about DeGrom now? Terrible start, and now not a great start.
People are strangers. Strangers are people. People are strangers when you're alone. That's probably my ideal karaoke sing. I actually went for it one time, and the guy gave me a bad mic, and it sucked.
I don't know that song.
Oh, it's when you're strange. No one remembers your name when you're strange.
What's it called?
I think it's People Are Strange. Or
I'll have to go listen.
Oh yeah, that's People Are Strange, 1967.
In DeGrom's last 2 starts, Jake, 9 innings pitched, 9 earned runs, 9 ERA. Easy to calculate.
He's done. Thor's plan worked. He got the Mets to play DeGrom, so Thor can go to free agency and go to another team.
You can't be worried, but I think like it's very out of character.
You can be worried. I mean, it doesn't mean anything yet. You can be worried if you're a Mets fan.
If he puts together a third in a row, are you worried?
A third bad start in a row, yeah. Because I mean, it's just Jim, and we'll probably talk about this a little more tomorrow. The Yankees have a Red Sox 2-game Red Sox series coming up, and I mean, man, you know how I like to do the NCAA tournament. I like a good storyline, which didn't help me in the Final Four this year. But man, after this Yankees Red Sox series, I mean, dude, if one of those teams win these 2 games, it's almost like all problems are solved and the season has started again. And if the other team loses those 2 games, it's rock bottom. Like, if the Yankees lose the 2 games to Boston, I think you're going to see reporters with serious, like, should Aaron Boone be fired takes.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's really interesting. It's a really good point because if it's a sweep, it's only 2 games. If it's a sweep either way, exactly what you just said, both fan bases are walking away saying, all right, let's go. Yeah, that's crazy. That's spot on.
For 2 regular season baseball games in the middle of April.
Yeah. And if you get swept just the 2 games, fan bases are gonna, want to cave in. Yeah. And if it's a split, status quo, right?
Yeah, which I think it will be. I mean, I'm kind of leaning that way, but Jim, whoever wins that first game tomorrow, I mean, they're gonna have a huge relief in the second game. Because whichever team has the chance of being swept, I mean, that's like, for an April game, it's going to be like a 9 out of 10 on the Richter scale.
Yeah.
There's a Yogiism.
For an April game, it's going to be a 9 out of 10 on the Richter scale.
That's just combining 3 different things that aren't supposed to be in the same sentence. But go Islanders.
Go Islanders. Let's move on to the national news.
Sure. Jimmy, a day that will not soon be forgotten. Tiger Woods wins at Augusta. He's your 2019 Masters champion. Just an incredible moment. Him hugging his kids after so many years later, where he was the kid getting hugged by his dad, and everything he went through, and now we're here mentally, physically, him being a bad guy. Bottoming out and ending up here was just awesome. The place was going nuts. So, Jim, we talked some NBA playoffs. I'll hit it quick. Boston, Portland, Milwaukee, Houston, Golden State. They're all up 1-0. They were the favorites. Upsets, as mentioned, Brooklyn. San Antonio beats my Nuggets, and Orlando beats Toronto, which Toronto has a history of playoff struggles now. And then in the hockey, the Blue Jackets are up 3-0 over Tampa. That's a big one. Vegas 2-1 over the Sharks right now. St. Louis 2-1 over Winnipeg. Boston tied at 1 with the Leafs. They play tonight. Caps 2-0 over the Canes. Stars and Preds 1-1, and Flames Avalanche also locked up at 1.
A lot of sports.
Big sports weekend.
Tiger wins the Masters.
Did you see any of that, Jim?
Yeah, I had it on. I had it on.
I was messing with you because if you did it, I don't know if I'd let you talk today, because that was the story of the weekend. Might be the story of the year.
A lot of people don't like golf. Don't shame them for it.
I'll shame them. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen on concerning sports.
Yeah, I'm not. You're a Tiger guy, so like you're into this. Like I'm not a Tiger guy, so I didn't get any emotions that you got. It was cool.
Yeah. I mean, full puddle, just the full story. So he comes back and he wins it, and yeah, he was like total bad guy and bottomed out and went from like happiest, most liked faces in the world to like this hated guy, and then his body gave out on him and all of that. But dude, I just don't think you'll ever see anything in sports. So obviously it's an incredible comeback, but you could do comebacks from all over sports. But Jim, the thing that's insane was the leaderboard was absolutely stacked with all of these young guys that basically grew up idolizing and chasing Tiger. And so he comes into the crowd and he's hugging his family and his kids. And I mentioned obviously from him hugging his dad to now him hugging his own kids. But Jimmy, after that, he walks up to the clubhouse and basically there's a line of guys waiting for him that were his competitors that idolized him, that thought that essentially, and there was some symbolism and some bad tweets to be written about like Game of Thrones and Tiger Woods being the king and on the Iron Throne for so long. And then all of these kids just gunned for him and they took him down basically. And he basically Cersei'd. It was basically Cersei from the shame scene all the way till now. And all those guys were waiting to shake his hand like, damn, dude, we basically this crew of 10 guys have dedicated their life to taking you down. We thought we did it, and now we're here, and you still got it. So it was I didn't want to be dramatic. Like I was like, wow, this is a cool thing. Maybe I'm just a little hungover and getting a little emotional right now. But then I saw a lot of the sports guys I respect were like, this is arguably the coolest thing I've ever seen in sports. So that's kind of where I'm at.
He's golf's hero. Everyone loves him. And my mom put it well. She was like, yeah, he did some fucked up things, but he definitely served his like quote unquote time for all his bad guy stuff. Like he's been down in the dumps for a while now.
And yeah, I think we kind of talked about this a little bit with the Magic Johnson, and I mentioned Isaiah Thomas in the same vote where like I was telling you, like, if Magic Johnson was 10 years later, I think the world would look at him a lot differently. Like, you're right with the Tiger, I mean, quote unquote, serving his time, but like, Tiger Woods 20 years ago would have gotten like a different Magic Johnson treatment. They'd be like, oh, Tiger Woods cheated on his wife? Yeah, he's one of the best athletes to ever do it. Like, who cares? Like, Tiger got divorced and he, like, lost his kids, and he's got that picture on the internet of him driving all zonked out, and, like, he bottomed out, and his body quit on him, too, and it, I don't know, man. It was just awesome. I was a puddle for a little bit, and it was one of the cooler things I've seen in the sports world.
Who's this Xander Schauffele? Fuck.
Xander Schauffele. He's dude, I can't tell if I like him or hate him. I think he's a little guy. He's out of San Diego, so he kind of just talks like a Cali guy, which is a little fun on the golf course. He looks like he's 14, but he has the eyeballs of like an 80-year-old man.
Oh my God. He's 25 and he's 5'10".
Do you see what I'm saying with the eyes?
Let me see.
Like, if you replaced his eyes with 14-year-old eyes, you'd say, like, okay, this kid's a teenager. But he looks like he has
downward sloping eyes, so he looks sad all the time.
And they're just, like, really wrinkled, but it's just by his eyes.
I don't know. I never heard his name before, and I was like, hey, that guy don't win.
It was pretty funny. I mentioned.
I lost your audio. Can you hear me? Fucking what happened? Can you hear me now? Try something on your end.
Huh.
I can hear you now.
Oh, I can hear you now.
What the fuck was that?
How about that? Just a hole in the internet?
All right. All right. I don't know. We're 37 minutes in. We got anything else? We don't care about any of these hockey teams. Do you have any NBA playoffs you want to talk about?
I mean, I'll just chime in the Raptors thing. Happy for Orlando Sam's Magic. They get a win. The Raptors thing is like, again, this kind of scared situation. Scared. I mean, they've just had such a bad playoffs history, and now Kawhi's in town, and Kyle Lowry goes 0 for 7, I think. That's like really sad. Boston can piss off for a little bit. I think Boston drew the worst team in the playoffs, and basically they've been marching around like, well, we're not sure about this Boston team. We've really been struggling. And it's like they're going to kill Indiana. They killed them in the first game. I'll say the only cool thing I'll say, and it's I don't know, tying it into this weekend and the Tiger experience. And one of my favorite 30 for 30s is the June 17th 30 for 30, where like OJ did the White Bronco chase, and there was a golf tournament that weekend, and it was also playoffs. Really good 30 for 30. But Denver had a mini one going for a while Saturday night. The Nuggets were playing and the Avs were playing. The Avalanche went to overtime, and the Nuggets were like down too late. And I just had one of those 30 for 30 moments. I was like, the next 5 minutes could be awesome for Denver, or they could be miserable. Nuggets ended up losing to San Antonio. Avs won in overtime, which was kind of fun.
Weird when everything lines up. As soon as Tiger sinked his putt to win the Masters, Tanaka gave up a grand slam within the same 30 seconds.
Yeah, that sucked. That wasn't as fun.
I didn't know how to handle my emotions because on one screen, Tiger won. Well, I wasn't even excited about that, but I was just watching it, and then next Tanaka does that, so I was like, fucking, this sucks. That's the half, Jake. Halftime. I tweeted this Game of Thrones tweet yesterday, Jake.
Yeah.
I was watching the Game of Thrones. Scene happens. As soon as the scene happens, I stopped everything because I was like, everyone's thinking this right now.
Right.
So someone's going to make this video. It's going to go viral. I want to try to be the first one to do it.
Sure.
So I did. It's not as viral as I thought it was going to be. But anyway, the quote tweets I've gotten are so weird. I reached out to my brother Luke and said, is this a young thing, a foreigner thing, or these bot accounts? Because the quote tweets that I keep getting, and they're still coming, is all caps, ha 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 ha. So that's always there in all caps, like
Right.
10 ha's in a row. Ha
Right.
ha ha ha's. And then either at the beginning or the end of the ha ha ha's is just a random sound or word.
Okay.
This
Do
one
we have
is
some examples?
yeah. This one is hoy, HOY.
Boy.
Hoy, ha 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 ha. This one is ha 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 ha. Magagagoo. Magoo.
Can I see that again? Gugagoo? MGA Gagoo. Yeah, I don't know.
The next one I got was Backet. Baket. Backet. Ha 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 ha.
Maybe they're different languages. Oi is today in Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know though. And then the next one is Gagoo again, just ha 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 Gagoo. And then the next one is Juiceco. Ha 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 ha. Juiceco. So I don't know what this is. If it's a bot account or like are these bot accounts that just quote tweet and say ha-has? Or is this another language? Luke said it's not a young person thing as far as he knows. But
Yeah.
these were only the first 5 I got that I kept track of. And I believe they're still coming. I still keep getting quote tweets, and it's very confusing. Here's one. This has to be another language. Ha 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 ha. So brang bagay. That has to be another language. But I don't know. It's very odd.
It sounds like you've reached a different language Twitter.
Maybe, but like some of those, yeah, maybe.
I mean, Lion King's pretty universal, and it's
Lion King. You just called it Lion King.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
The scene is similar to the scene from The Lion King.
Aladdin. Yeah.
Aladdin.
Backet is Y in Filipino. Okay, makes sense. And Juiceco is Juiceco in English. So yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know. All right. You got anything else for halftime before we move on?
I don't think so. We're not talking Game of Thrones because you got one request from a listener, right?
Yeah, but I'm sure there's other people that don't want, like, spoiling things for people is zero fun.
Right.
I don't want.
But you used to be an all-time spoiler.
When I was in like middle school, yeah, I did. I'm no longer a middle schooler.
You apologize for that. At college, you had a little spoil in you too.
Yeah, I spoiled something in high school because my teacher put on Dead Poet Society, and I said, "Ah, it's so sad when he kills himself at the end of this." I didn't want to watch Dead Poet Society again, and then he just put on a different movie, so it worked.
Good plan worked.
But yeah, no, I used to find it funny to spoil, and now I don't at all.
Okay. What'd you think of the episode?
It's good. Gets you back in the mode. Nothing happened. Not everything that happened within the episode is something we could have guessed. Well, this will probably happen, and they're all going to meet each other and interact, and that's going to be fun to watch. But like nothing happened really.
Yeah, I think there's a couple okay scenes. The scene that you did the tweet about, I didn't love too much. I thought it was a little lazy. There might be one connect the dot I made with that scene. But yeah, I think one of my buddies, without giving away too much, it was just like an awkward reunion episode. Like that's kind of all it was.
Yeah. It was like, here are these characters, remember them, here's their backstory, remember this, and now they're interacting for the first time. There's some cool lines. Sansa's becoming a favorite. But that episode felt like a huge, like the writers of Game of Thrones were screaming, "Sansa's awesome! Sansa's awesome!"
A little bit. Maybe it's the old reversey. I think the Thrones people got away with how excited people were with Game of Thrones that they could essentially do anything this episode. People would be excited. And I think they've set us up for either a huge Ep2 or a huge Ep3, which at this point I'll take.
Yeah, that's the goal. All right, let's go into the news.
I read the news today, oh boy, and the news was rather sad. Well, I It's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
Michigan man sues his parents for 90 grand. Talk much? After tossing his porn collection out. A Florida man attacked and killed by his pet cassowary, which is a large flightless bird. Large flightless bird killed a Florida man. Chaos at Walmart as a woman performed karate while her son stripped naked and stole dog food. And people in Papua New Guinea keep injecting their dicks with coconut oil.
Jim, we've got one huge miss here.
What's the miss?
The man who's suing his parents for throwing out his porn collection.
Yes.
So he's suing them for $86,000.
What's the miss?
The guy has to sue him for $69,000. I mean, that's the biggest miss ever on that guy's behalf.
Yeah, but I think this dude knows the value. I think he's a collector.
Right. I mean, I'm sure there's some real numbers here, but if this guy drops the 6.9 on it, I mean, he goes as viral as he can go.
Yes.
He's on the front page of everything.
The family rift began in October of 2016 when the man moved back into his parents' Grand Haven, Michigan home after a divorce. Among his possessions was a smut collection worth $29,000. Less than a year later, the man moved to Indiana. When his parents delivered his property to his new home, the son alleges his massive collection was missing. According to the documents, his parents told him they destroyed the porn.
The dad dropped a believe it or not.
What do you say?
Believe it or not, one reason for why I destroyed your porn was for your own mental and emotional health. I would have done the same if I had found a kilo of crack cocaine. Someday I hope you will understand. Yeah, well, Dad, you're getting sued.
I'm on both sides here.
Oh, yeah.
Team both sides. Yeah. Make this guy not have a collection of porn because that's just unnecessary and kind of dumb.
But also, 29,000 worth? How do you even do that?
But, Dad, that's money. Come on. Don't just toss money away. What are you, dumb? That's as dumb as doing crack cocaine. Just tossing 29 grand worth of money in the dumpster. So we just got dumb and creepy people across the board.
Yeah, I mean, very true. And this is funny, and I told you in an odd way last night, but I did catch part of 40-Year-Old Virgin this weekend, and I was laughing pretty good.
What scenes?
Well, I mean, relatable to this story is Paul Rudd dropping off his big box of porn. Classic joke when he throws on the Everybody Loves Raymond tape. But, dude, Jane Lynch was getting me really good. I forgot how good she was in that movie. The scene where she's talking about, she's like, yeah, at age 14, I had the same body. Could you imagine that? And Steve Carell obviously is great. He just drops a subtle, don't really want to. please stop talking about that. And then obviously Jonah Hill, when he's in the eBay store only, I mean, I could watch that scene on repeat for a whole day, and I think I'd laugh every time. But I just want these boots now so I can take them home and wear them.
Dude, he's so good at playing that character. Well, you called me at my place of work, Jeremy. So no, I can't sell you weed right now.
I would love to sell you weed, Jeremy. Dude, I know we could say this almost every other day, but some of the scenes he did, that's his only scene in 40-Year-Old Virgin. And now he's this does movies with Leo and stuff like that. The Jonah Hill thing is actually really cool.
There was just an article written. He directs his own movies now. He never thought he was going to be a comedian actor. He never wanted it. It's just funny.
His body lent him to that. His look led him to that, which is kind of ridiculous.
But he is really good at just that being funny.
Oh my God, man. And I mean, now we're just in a full Jonah Hill tangent, but the scene where he talks about hooking up with his cousin in Wolf of Wall Street, marrying his cousin, that's so good. It's so good. It's not, it's nothing fucking weird or anything like that. But yeah, she's my cousin. Dude, he's so good at that. So yeah, little box of porn.
Well, speaking of large flightless mammals, we got this bird that killed a man in Florida.
I don't want to offend you, but are you a large flightless bird?
So are you.
I know.
Yeah, but so is this bird. Well, I guess I'm not a bird. I'm a large flightless mammal.
Large flightless.
Yeah, I'm large and flightless. Fucked up to give an animal wings, but it can't fly. I don't even get it, God. What are you doing? It looks like it was accidental. My understanding is that the gentleman was in the vicinity of the bird and at some point fell. When he fell, he was attacked. No idea how that is considered. How can you accidentally attack someone to death? Birds are the biggest assholes going, especially large birds. They're so territorial and ruthless.
I mean, are you seeing this bird? It's a dinosaur.
Yeah, big birds are mean, dude. They're not nice things.
They're birds who can't fly. I'd be pissed too.
They attack. They're mean. Fuck birds. Sky garbage. Except this is ground.
Dude,
garbage.
Imagine being killed by this thing. This guy had a bad death.
Yeah. Well, maybe he slipped and fell, was unconscious, and then died soundly.
This is a dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this Walmart story, Jake. This feels like, remember when we made up a news story once about a lens crafters in a Starbucks?
Right.
This feels like one of those made up ones. Oh, and we made up that story because there was a story about a woman at Walmart who was riding around in her cart drinking wine out of a Pringles can, and Walmart banned her, and we said this is an advertisement. Like, there's no way this is a real story. Now we have Walmart. Okay, maybe they're doing it again. Maybe this is Walmart's game plan. It said the headline is Chaos at a Walmart as woman performs karate while son strips naked and dog steals food. Oh, I thought they stole dog food. No, the dog stole the food. What? Oh, wow. The son, I was picturing a child.
26.
The son is 26. I was picturing a child. I was picturing a flustered mother, like a kid, and she just freaks out. No, this is methods.
Yeah, we've definitely got a meth twist there because, so they come in and it sounds like they let the dog off the leash and he's just going nutso. He's running towards customers. While the dog's doing that, I believe the mom, she starts pulling apart displays in the store and begins placing them in her cart. And then, I think the karate thing is getting multiplied here. I think she was asked to leave, and when she was asked to leave, she kind of threw up the international sign for karate hands. Like, I don't think she was putting on a real karate display as we're depicting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this one's fake. They have pictures, and it's clearly just two meth heads.
The department said on Facebook the dog was not charged. We issued him with a warning for theft. So, I mean, what's going on in Eau Claire, Wisconsin?
What the fuck? All right, people in Papua New Guinea are injecting their dicks with coconut oil.
Yeah, what's the story?
It's better than cutting off heads and keeping them in their houses. They've moved on a little bit.
Coconut oil, huh?
I would guess they want their dicks to be bigger, so they're putting oil in them.
Just pumping them.
Yeah, they're trying to enlarge them. Yeah, bummer. Hey, Jake, here's some bad news. Pamela in the chat, who wrote the nicest review I've ever gotten in the history of iTunes reviews.
Sure.
She has a question.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to like it. She says, I don't get it. Jimmy never leaves his house and looks like the picture of health. Jake is Mr. Outdoors and looks like death warmed over.
Mr. Outdoors?
You're skiing a lot. You're going on hikes. You're talking about hikes and skiing and playing golf. I would say you're outdoorsy. You do a lot.
I mean, skiing, it's very outdoors. I get that. But, like, you're bundled up. Like, the goal is to ski and then be as indoor as possible. It's almost the number one outdoor, indoorsy activity.
I'd say you do a lot of activities, though.
I do a lot of stuff. I'm a stuff guy.
Yeah.
I try to squeeze a lot in. So I look like warmed death? Is that what she said?
Death warmed over.
What's that mean?
I'm going to say, like, you look haggard.
Death warmed over. Like I'm
Google
death
search
come
it.
to life. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And what was yours?
Picture of health.
Picture of health.
Yeah.
Take off that hat. You're dying slowly and quickly.
My gray hair proves that?
Yeah, I went there. Sorry. Pam brings it out of me.
All right, let's do bet of the day. Yep, play the music.
I also have a 2-hour time difference, Pam. All right.
Yeah, your hair is always crazy when you record.
Jimmy gets loose. I come in hot.
Your hair's always crazy, and you still like drink, so sometimes you got like a little hungover vibes.
Whoa. Not on weekdays.
Some weekdays.
Bet of the day, it's the bet of the day. Bet of the day, bet of the day.
Boom. Bet of the day. Bet of the day. Jakey needs to start the week fresh. He ended last week 2-2. 2 losers to end the week. He went hockey, Blues, Jets. I agreed with him like an idiot. I am so cold again. Yeah, I'm so cold again. I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Just can't agree or disagree correctly. Bummer.
Forgot it's Marathon Monday. Sox just started.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on in the background today. I'm also going to go to the library today, I think.
Nice, man.
I'm going to get a library card.
Happy for you.
It's like 2 blocks away. Who do you got? Sports.
Bet of the day. It's the bet of the day. James, where do I want to go? Let me double check to see if there's any baseball action that needs us. You know what? His name was Nola. Aaron Nola. Let's go baseball. We've been hot with baseball. I've got kind of an easy one. Dude, we got Mets Phils tonight. Syndergaard versus Nola.
Oh, nice.
Neither of them are off to a great start. Syndergaard's ERA is a little plump. So is Nola. Syndergaard 4.74, Nola 6.46. But Syndergaard's whip is still there and all that stuff. But Jim, I think it's in Philly, and Philly's minus 115. And I mean, Nola's their guy. I think the Mets are coming back down to earth a little bit. Philly's getting it going in Philly. I mean, take the Phils. Why not?
Take the Phils. Okay. Bryce Harper doing stuff. He had a big home run yesterday, I think.
Yeah, Hoskins has gotten going. Segura, I think they had a game winner. So, yeah. Segura had a walk-off this weekend. Yeah, give me a...
Aaron Nola's been in the league way longer than I thought at this point. Kind of crazy.
I mean, he's like my guess without looking is it's almost similar to Sevy, right?
Yeah, I think that would be a good guess. Because Sevy, you don't remember the first 2 years either. All right, so you're going with the Phillies, which is against Evan of Evan & Co.'s wishes because he's a Mets fan. So that's kind of spitting in the faces of the fans.
Which brings us to our next. We're trying to do that at an event coming up. So
what?
Spit in the faces of our fans.
Oh yeah. Aaron Nola hasn't lost a start versus the Mets in 2 years.
Hello.
So
do you believe in do, Jim?
Do you believe in do?
Jakey, about to make a big mistakey.
The Mets are real, man.
Love you getting me off to a good start to the week.
Yeah. I did you a favor.
Yeah, I honestly appreciate that.
I know how bad Tuesdays are for you, so I was like, here, I'll help Jake out real quick and give him a win.
Tuesday's gone with the win, my man.
What are you doing today? You got anything fun going on you want to tell people about? There's no Yankee game.
Man, we're doing our voicemail up. I'm excited for that. We'll do some KT Sharp stuff, and yeah, I don't know, kind of just sink my teeth back in. Monday, man. Kind of get your bearings.
Monday.
Make a game plan for the rest of the week.
Yeah, it's not that bad of a Monday. Usually Mondays suck. It's not that bad, but it's good. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it. We enjoy it. Blah 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 blah. We'll see you later. Big Doors fan.
You know the day destroys the night.
Night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide. Bring on through to the other side. The Performer.